Hello everyone! Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's not dilly-dally any longer. Head on inside and see what we're gonna do to help the Trolley Travel Agency. What do you got for me, Pelupelu? Earthenshire awaits. Pelupelu looks positively delighted. Well, yeah, that's because I'm here. Did you hear? Business is booming at the Trolley Travel Agency. Thanks to you and the Hanu, we've been seeing stellar sales. And our new policies and training are all paying off. Right, last time we took our first customer around, but then they kind of noticed that there were some monsters that tried to attack them, but we of course took care of them because we're, you know, the main character and we're all strong and everything. And then they ended up deciding to actually have like 2 guides and actually train the guides in combat just to protect the people when they're going around. And so that's what they're referring to here. Not a single one of our customers has been accosted by fiends. Needless to say, they find the presence of their guards turned protectors thoroughly reassuring. Still, a few issues have come to light. First and foremost, our reach. So far, our tours have been limited to downstream Kozama'uka. Right, Earthenshire is up on top. I don't know how they're gonna get there since they have to like leave the zone and come back in order to actually get up there. Oh wait, no. The whole reason we, I can't open the map here, but the whole reason that we actually had to go and take the river instead of like, they actually have some infrastructure for this, except because of the storm, it was either blocked or destroyed. So maybe we're gonna actually like try and use that now that they've maybe repaired it. Let's see, so far our tours have been limited to downstream Kozama'uka, but many guests have expressed a desire to see the region's upper reaches. With that in mind, I contacted Moblu and asked her to gauge how receptive the Moblins might be to the whole tourism concept. We're about to hold a meeting to discuss the matter, and I'd love to have you join us. When you're ready, head to Elder Zanuhali's residence in Okanu. Okay. Sounds good to me. Let's teleport on over there. Alright, I moved this over here. I think I moved some other stuff around too, but I don't remember what it was. I forget. Anyway, let's continue with the quest. Worry about the skills later. I am kind of coming around to Black Mage, but like looking at the rotation, the opening rotation on the balance is just like, my brain is like, nah, I'm not gonna learn this. Let's talk to Pelupelu. There you are. The meeting will be held on the 2nd floor. Earthenshire's Ready Rock will be joining us. I look forward to hearing about the Potsworn's position on tourists coming to visit. Don't they want to be, like, not interrupted? I don't think they want, like, tourists coming around. Moblu seemed to think the artisans were enthused. Still, I can't help but feel nervous. Well, I mean, that's an understandable reaction. Yep, there's Ready Rock. What an honor this is, Ready Rock. Pelupelu and Brilliant herself. Thank you for coming. Ready Rock didn't know who you were involved in Looky Tour busy deals. How delightful it is to meet again. The peddler mentioned your proposal to bring tourists to Earthenshire, and we should be glad to welcome them with open arms. The Potsworn were very supportive too. That's a little surprising considering they don't want to be interrupted. That's fantastic. Thank you. Though I have to ask, what if our customers distract your artisans from their work? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'd hate for this arrangement to negatively impact Earthenshire's trade. No need for worry frowns. Many Potsworn themselves think contact with outsiders will prove fresh inspiration. That's a good point. Even though, like, the whole point is that they are isolated. Anyway. We are happy to guide rock visitors too. Until recently, many help hands were recovering from hurdy fields, but the situation has greatly improved. Besides, it will bring more opportunities to sell crafty goods. That's another good point. Mobbies will make sure the Potsworn can keep working unhindered, even during the Looky Tours. It should indeed. Our wares are proving popular with visitors to Okhanu, and the proceeds have enriched the community. Everyone stands to benefit. It fills me with joy to hear stories of happiness spread through trade. Ready Rock does have one question. The Great Stairs are still impassable as repairs are ongoing. Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. That's the way you're supposed to get to the upper region. But we got there from the river going from Tuliolol with the first dungeon in Dawntrail. So how will visitors reach Earthenshire? Had they not thought of that? Oh, okay, they had. Pelupelu and I have discussed the matter at length. We'll send them over on flying Punutiys. What? You're gonna need to explain this. Wait, Punutiys fly now? I don't know how to respond to that. Sure, why not? Sounds feasible. I mean, we have flying pigs, so... yeah, I don't know how to respond to this. Again, we do literally have flying pigs. A handful of Punutee barges ply the waters between upstream Kozama'uka and Tuliolol, but there's no direct route to the downstream region. The massive waterfall that lies between complicates matters. Traveling by boat, you have to head downstream, then join Ihukiatuma, and double back. It's quite convoluted. But there is an alternative. Though seldom used since the fight of Wee Wingless was built. Right, I think that's like the big tree that's somewhere in Kozama'uka. I think it was one of the sightseeing points. Wee Hanu once imbued Punutiys with the gift of flight. Alright, they specialize in wind magic, that's right. Enabling them to transport passengers over the falls. The method requires vast quantities of reeds, of course it does. Hence why we were unable to employ it during the Rite of Succession, but this might be a perfect occasion to revive the old ways. Quick jumps between Earthenshire and downstream Kozama'uka. Ready Rock likes the sound of that. Of course, we'll need staff well versed in Punutee care, which is why I've already reached out to some beast keepers. Part of me balks at the idea of spending all that pel. And it's going to play the cha-ching money sound in the background. Yep, there it is. But my inner abacus assures me that this is yet another worthwhile investment. There isn't a moment to lose. It's time to make airborne Punutee travel a reality once more. Okay. Guys, the stairs are over there. Okay, let's talk to Ganuhanu first and then Pelupelu. I couldn't stand the idea of leaving all the work to our special advisor, so I came along to help. The others should be here shortly. I'm glad our plans for expansion look set to succeed. For their cooperation, I'll see to it that our Moblin and Hanu partners get their fair share of the profits. What? That's not how business works. But let's first ensure that there will be additional profits to share in the first place. We'll need a large effigy to channel our wind magics into the Punutiys, and for that we'll need plenty of reeds, not to mention realms of cloth stitched with ether-enriched flight feathers. But you can leave preparation for the latter to us, Hanu. I have business in the capital, so I'll procure the Punutiys. Come to think of it, I'll have to commission Wilkivu to build an enclosure for them too. Which leaves the reeds. I guess this is grunt work. Brilliant. Permit me to entrust the harvest to you. I mean, I was going to be insulted, but I realize that's kind of the usual tasks I get. Speak with Ganuhanu in the fields of gold. He'll point you in the right direction. Aren't there reeds like everywhere? Anyhow, I'd best be off. Let's reconvene later. Yes, let's. Now, where is there the fields of gold? Apparently over here. Let's head on over and talk to Ganuhanu. Yeah. or Ganahanu. Well met. Zunu Holly said you require some reeds. Yes, I do. The plants nearby are ready to harvest. Feel free to take as much as you need. After all, we have you and your friends to thank for the bumper crop, right? Because that was part of the rite of succession, was to help with their dying reed fields, and we ended up reviving their harvest festival or whatever, and then of course Koana just kind of like made a special concoction that brought everything back to life. Then what's his name? I don't remember I think Zeralja ended up just getting his simp to do something, and then Mr. Two-Head just stole some of Koana's stuff. You know, these days, we get plenty of visitors to the fields. Some even ask to help with the harvest rite. So one of the quests that you do, one of the daily quests that you can do actually has somebody, like, literally harvesting some of the reeds, and you have to help with that or something like that. I don't remember, I haven't been reading the dialogue on it at all. It's a joy to see, that's for sure. Anyway, it won't be long until the next Ihihana. I hope you can join us again. Sorry, I should let you get to work instead of talking your ear off. Once you have what you need, deliver the reeds to Lanu Hali and Kozama'uka. Will do. I don't know where either of those are, but a good thing I got a convenient quest markers. Okay, first one's over here. Lush green reeds. I guess, yeah, we're harvesting reeds. Of course, that's what we're doing. One down, 4 to go. Most of these quests have been pretty simple. There's a couple that have combat, but it's like they're usually really easy and really quick to do. So like, even though I don't really know how to do the black mage rotation, I've got something, it works, and you do enough damage on it. So like, it doesn't really matter that much. I said earlier, earlier that I am coming around to Black Mage a little bit more, but again, like, reading the actual, like, optimal rotation, I'm just like, nah, I don't really want to learn this. Oh, right, looks like, oh yeah, this is the place with the statue. Why are we making it here? Well, I guess this is, like, their religious place. So they're gonna do a bunch of they're gonna do their magic there. Well, I mean, we are building an effigy with the reeds, so I guess that's kind of how that's gonna work. Anyway, we'll probably see what they're gonna do. Oh, they're up top. There was definitely, I think there was a sightseeing point right here, and that is for that'll tell it's in here, obviously. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. House of Winds High is what they referred to. And then, now this cave Higitola, Breath Between. Yeah, so this is the one that's up there. Or right here, not up there. Alright, Lanuhali, honey. Lanuhali, I've got the reeds we need. Hey, that rhymes. Hello there. I hear you might have some reeds for me. Yes, I do. Here's some reeds. I wasn't expecting such a haul. Thank you. Together with the reeds my fellow Hanu collected, we should have enough to construct the effigy. The first step will be to dry the reeds with a little help from our wind magics. Once the effigy itself is complete, all that will be left to do is swaddle it in special cloth. That's right, they needed to wrap it in some, like, wind-enchanted cloth or something. You needn't worry about the details, though. We'll see to the rest. Return to the travel agency in case they have need of you there. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and teleport back there. Probably talk to Pelupelu, yep. Alright, Pelupelu, I see you in there. Let's go ahead and talk to her. Wrap this one up. Ah, there you are. I just got back myself. The Beastkeepers are on their way with the Punutiys as we speak. Once the creatures are capable of flight, it'll be a quick hop to Earthenshire. I'm planning to offer bespoke tours for customers wishing to purchase Potsworn craft straight from the source. Thankfully, Wokevo agreed to work on the enclosure. Once the effigy is finished, we'll just need to wait for Zanu Hali to arrive. Yep, sounds good. Let's see if we get to see some flying Punutiys. Well, there's some Punutiys. They don't look like they're flying, though. Oh, yeah, right, I forgot they're right on the river. Oh, that's why it's called Dokpoga. Oh, apparently that's the effigy. Divine wind, lay claim to the effigy. Grant these water-bound beasts the gift of flight. It's got like eyes and stuff. Okay, but they're not really flying. And there they go! There they are. I thought they were just jumping really high for a second. Thanks to the efforts of all involved, the Trolley Travel Agency is now replete with its own Punutee enclosure and wind effigy. With the aid of the flight-imbued aquatic creatures, visitors may now experience the upper reaches of Kozama'uka. Yet, as the agency continues to broaden its horizons, it will need you to ensure that business keeps pace. Isn't the whole point of this for them to not have to rely on me? I mean, that's what we established last time. Travel agency reputation up. Your reputation has increased to respected. You have achieved respected reputation with the Trolley Travel Agency. New Pelupelu Society daily quests are now available from Ubli at Dokpoga. Furthermore, you will be able to undertake additional quests from Ubli as a reputation bonus. This bonus is available until the daily reset time for Allied Society quests. Yeah, I'll do those later. These additional quests will become available. Yeah, usual stuff. A wider selection of wares. Yes, let's go ahead and check those out. The shop is right over here. Let's see. Last time I think we got the minion. And obviously, I don't think we're gonna get the mount yet. So what are we gonna get this time? We got that. Oh, okay, we do get the mount. Well, I guess we did just get flying Punutiys. We just got flying Punutiys. So I guess it's fitting that they're gonna give us the mount. Let's see. There it is. Well, we had flying pigs. I guess it's not that unusual to have a flying Punutee.